tonight it's the CW showdown between Barry and Iris from The Flash and Anissa and Grace from Black Lightning. Who will win? Stick around to find out.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I was gonna start dancing to the song we were just listening to. I was like, yeah, you're like, not the same one. I was ready for the mood. Yeah.
What is up, guys? We're back for another riveting till death do us part showdown. That didn't make any sense. Yes, it does. Who cares? It's Tuesday. Anyway, I am your host, Chae Jones. I am with my lovely normal crew, Nasta, Karla Beltran, and tonight we have a guest coming to fight for their couple. What is up, Chae?
Hey guys, I am Chae Jones. No relation, but me and Drew love each other.
No relation.
No relation.
I will
spiritually.
make her
I never even thought about that.
I will make her my son, as Nicki Minaj says, when I defeat her tonight.
Oh,
We will find out.
shots fired.
Pew, pew. Anyway, you guys know how the show goes down, but in case you don't, Allie, break it down for them.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to announce the ships, which obviously are Anissa and Grace from Black Lightning and Barry and Iris from The Flash. For those of you that may have missed our previous weeks, we take two famous TV couples and pin them against each other and fight it out to see who will win this week's best couple. We judge 3 separate categories based on a 5-point system, and whatever couple wins the Twitter poll starts off with 3 points. And guess what? You know what that means. We gotta announce who won that. And so far, everybody that's won the Twitter poll has won. So this is up to you guys, all right? If you didn't win, if your couple did not win the Twitter poll, like, prove us wrong, guys. Like, let's make these count. These points count.
I feel pretty good about this.
I think it's interesting because like even though Drew's on The Flash, we also do Black Lightning together. So actually on this side, going up against her for Barry and Iris is fun.
But Barry and Iris are like...
Speaking
In
of
the game.
Barry and Iris, they won the Twitter poll.
Woo!
So Drew starts off this category
Yes.
with 3 points.
Come on,
Okay.
West Allen, let's get it.
West Allen fans are out there, and they are in full support of their Flash ship. Alrighty, guys. So, opening statements will begin as soon as I put the
30
timer on.
seconds.
Are you guys ready? You ready for this?
It's my first time doing it, so let's find out.
Alrighty, guys. Ready, set, opening statements. Drew, you start.
For a lot of superheroes, they have sidekicks. But for Barry, Iris is literally the source of his strength. How can you get better than that? They have been a consistent couple that has gotten stronger each and every episode. And with the season finale of season 4, I mean, who even knows how much more hardcore they can possibly get? They have a daughter who comes back from the future. So, I mean, clearly they're sticking together because they don't have a baby right now. And I don't need to break it down health class style to tell you how babies come about.
And Drew, that is a closing statement for you. And Chae, why don't you take us away? 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay, guys. First of all, happy Pride Month because my couple, Grace and Anissa, is the first gay lesbian couple in the comic book world, which is amazing, and they are iconic. So I am so happy to fight for them. They have been through so much, and even though their relationship wasn't exactly, sourced out for the first season, come season 2, the relationship is going to be on. That slow burn is going to be turned into a fire, and I cannot wait.
Well, amazing. 30 seconds and just done like that. And yes, happy Pride Month.
Woo!
Yay! So exciting.
We ship it.
We ship it. Alrighty, ladies. Now that you've given us your opening statements, we have taken that into account. And it is time to start with round 1, which is an open debate over best support system, which meaning their friend group. Alrighty. Drew's like, if you're listening, she's whipping her hair behind her shoulders, so maybe we should have her start.
Would love to.
All right, let's
All
take
right,
it away.
Are we ready? Cool. First of all, Team Flash, drop mic, end of conversation. But if you don't know who Team Flash is, it is their friend group. They are basically the people who support Barry, and through that, they've been the people who supported Barry and Iris. Joe is Iris's dad, helped raise Barry, and has been more than on board with the entire thing. Anytime there's never even really been any hiccups with Barry and Iris because they've kind of just been together from like the second they decided to be together. There's never been like a separation. But anytime that there's ever been a hiccup in anything, they've always had their Caitlyn. They've always been able to go to anybody on Team Flash. There's not like a specific person. Like it's not like Barry just goes to Cisco or Iris just goes to Caitlyn. Like Iris will go to Cisco, Barry will go to Caitlyn, Barry will go to Harry, Iris will go to Joe. Like everyone is so incredibly supportive of it, and Barry and Iris are the heart of Team Flash. Without Barry and Iris, there is no Team Flash. So I'm just saying, like, Anissa and Grace haven't even like made it official yet. So,
which is funny because, okay, that's a different conversation. Okay, so for me, that is true. They have not made their relationship official, but they are in game, as the creators have said. When it comes to season 2, that relationship will be definitely more fleshed out. And Anissa definitely has a support system from her family. They support her in being gay and who she's choosing to date. And even though Grace actually came out as bisexual, for those of you who have not seen the first season, check it out. It's on Netflix. Her family is not that supportive, but I feel like when Grace becomes into the Pierce family, she's going to get so much support she can't even know how to handle it. Because they're going to be so protective of her and so on point.
Barry doesn't have to worry about going into the family and what it's like being into a new family because he's already part of the family. He's been a day one part of the family. So it's like the support just like only grows, you know? It's like there's so much support that it's like, is this Apple Care? Because I feel supported. You know?
Oh my
like,
gosh.
That's just like how much
Drew.
support.
I think I got my points for this round.
Is this Apple Care because I feel supported?
I have nothing to say.
No.
Oh gosh. Thanks, she got me with that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I can't come with that
I think we've closed that round. I think I could pick my points with the supporting of the statements. And again, this is totally based off of how well we think that they are debating these topics and giving us examples. This has nothing to do with whether me and Carla like these couples or not.
You guys don't watch either.
We don't watch either.
For the viewers,
show.
so there's no bias on
There's
it.
no bias.
So we have no.
We are in full support of these lovely ladies and the couples of their choosing. We just have to basically, it's on facts and what they're providing us. With that being said, we're going into round 2. Open debate on most likely to survive on a desert island. This is one of my favorites.
I'll let you kick it off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I kicked off the last one.
Okay, cool. So, Grace, technically, if you read the comics, she is Amazon descent. So, even though her powers have not kicked in yet, she definitely has her own strength, even though she does not have powers that we have found out yet in Black Lightning. She's very quick thinking, clear-headed. She'll get everything done that needs to be done. And I feel like she'll definitely be able to, even when Anissa like just wants to smash everything, she'll be what Lynn is to Jeff. Like her mother is to Jeff. Like, you need to calm down. We got this. No need to use brute strength for things. You just need to take a breath. We're going to get out of this. As long as we work together and we're doing it together as a team, we're going to be down for everything. And I feel like if her powers were in effect, they'd kill on a desert island by themselves.
Well, Barry and Iris not only survive on a desert island, but they would thrive on a desert island.
And why would they thrive?
Because besides the fact that Barry is the Flash, the fastest man alive, and technically he runs so fast he could run them off of the island and they wouldn't have to stay there.
He can run on water?
Yeah, he can
Yes,
run
he can
on
run on
water.
water.
Oh gosh.
So it's kind of like that's the unfair advantage of being the speed suit.
But if we take out the possibility of him being able to get off of the island, Barry is super like inventy. Like, he's very good with his hands. He's very good with piecing things together. Inventy. I just made up that word. He's very good at putting things together, and Iris is very good at coming up with game plans. And together, I think like she's the brains and he's the muscle. Even though like he's super smart on his own and she's super like brawny on her own, she can handle herself and she can carry her own. I think they are very good at knowing each other's strengths and feeding into those and being able to like meet each other where the other one can't, like where Barry can get very anxious and very stressed out about situations sometimes. Iris is very calm and can, look at a situation like being stuck on the island and make a game plan on how that they can, come together and make it. Plus, Barry, if we're going to throw in superpowers, since both teams have superpowers and it's fair, Barry is the Flash. He could literally run up and catch a fish with his bare hands and like make a fillet. You know?
Also, though Grace is a med student, so if something were to happen bad and she needs to treat something, she's very equipped to handle herself when it comes to a life or death situation. And she's also very quick on her feet, which I appreciate and love. Like, as much as she is about brute strength, she's also about using her mind. She's like a better person than what her dad is, what I love about their relationship. But for the couple, like, she's gonna get it done, and Grace is just gonna be there, no powers, just helping her to get them both off. Like, what's the quickest way we can do this together without killing ourselves?
Barry also works in forensics, so he therefore has a lot of medical knowledge as well. So, I mean, if something...
Man, Drew is killing it with the statements.
Something were to happen to... Because you don't really have to worry about anything happening to Barry because he heals, like, at an insanely fast pace. But if anything were to happen to Iris, he has the medical skills on hand.
But it sounds like Grace has the smarts behind her. Like, she's very book savvy and would be able to... And she doesn't have any magic behind her, so she's got the book skills.
Iris doesn't have any powers either. Iris is actually the leader of Team Flash, and she's able to delegate, and she's able to know where she needs to fall in. Like, she's that person who will delegate and do the job that no one wants to do because she knows that it'll make her team better if they don't have to do that. And I think that's what makes it so great about Barry and Iris is that Iris knows where Barry's strengths lie, and she, even if it's something that she doesn't necessarily want to do, she'll fall back and do what needs to be done so that he can prosper how he needs to. And he also picks up on that, though, and sometimes we'll just, like, back off and let her have her. No one has a problem with letting the other one shine or has a problem with letting the other one kind of take the reins, and I think that's really important on a desert island because you're stuck with that person. It's kind of like really easy to get frustrated and annoyed and overwhelmed because you don't have a lot of things, you know, keeping you entertained. But they know how to communicate and they know how to be around each other without overly being overbearing.
That's also the same you can say about Grace and Nista, because even when Grace was in a quasi relationship with her girl and she came in all, you know, hot-headed and everything, she was like, look, if you're going to do this, take it outside. This is no place for this. So she's very level-headed as well. Like, I love Iris, I love Barry, but I'm just saying that even though they're at a slow burn of their relationship, their chemistry is on point. And you can't fake that. You can't, like, magically make it up and just say, oh, you're clear-headed and I'm clear-headed, we're never going to clash.
I mean, Barry and Iris have lived together for literally their entire lives, so I feel like if you can survive middle school together, you can survive a deserted island together. And we have 4 seasons showing that Barry and Iris are a dynamic team. And we have maybe 3 episodes of Grace and Anissa.
When you can
5-minute scenes.
It doesn't matter about
2 of those scenes.
long.
Anissa has a girlfriend.
It's based on their skill set of how they could get
2.
off this island.
Okay.
2 of those scenes.
But
out of the 3.
Also, wait, if you're gonna say Iris like threw Barry away for
Iris
first season, I can't remember his name right. He was super hot with blue eyes, but can't remember his name.
Or Eddie.
Yeah.
She didn't throw him away. They weren't together at that point, so that doesn't.
Yeah, but like,
but
not telling him she's in a relationship also hurts his feelings at the same time. Like she's not like, you're not stupid. You've also lived with him, like you said. She's lived her entire life mostly with him, so you knew how he felt about you. So if you're really,
They didn't want to. She didn't want to.
Subconsciously, you know.
They didn't want to act on those feelings because they didn't want to ruin this lifelong relationship.
But this has nothing to do with
it. Has nothing to do with it.
Listen, I think we got our facts that we needed to choose the winner of or the points of this round.
For this round, yeah.
Which was how to survive on a desert island.
And I just wanted to comment. I actually love how you guys talk about the characters, because even though I've never seen these shows, I feel like I'm getting to know the character in such a different perspective than just watching the show, because you guys are explaining to me kind of how they would react to certain situations. So it makes me really intrigued to actually start watching these shows and pay attention to these characters.
Cheers.
Totally, 100%. You ladies are killing it over there.
Yes,
I'm impressed. Making it a hard fight.
And to write my points.
Alrighty, so last but not least of the rounds is most passionate.
I'll let Drew go.
All right. Passion, in my opinion, is the ability to, no matter what, to like display emotion for one another, to always be able to come back to one another. And that is exactly what Barry and Iris do every dang season. Iris is known as Barry's lightning rod because, like, when he is completely in a frenzy, when he's been in the speed force, which is like this, like, speed, it's like another realm, if you will, that he, like, gets stuck in occasionally.
Okay.
You know, because we gotta have
Drew's,
a plot.
if you guys are listening, Drew's got this like smirk on her face. She's like so happy right now.
I love them. Okay. We live for an interracial, powerful couple. Okay. I mean, Grace and Anissa are also an interracial, powerful couple. But whatever. Anyway, but Iris is when Barry came out of the Speed Force at the beginning of season 4, he was completely he just didn't know what, like, he wasn't making any sense. He wasn't, like, anything he said didn't make any sense. He didn't know where he was. And it took Iris calling out to him for it to click. And I feel like passion is having that pull on that gravitational pull on someone, no matter what's going on and no matter what you're going through. And I feel Barry and Iris always have that gravitational pull, no matter if they're in danger, if they're just in the room. Like, it's their body language and how they look at each other. I feel like the best moments between West Allen are the scenes where they're not even the focal point. They're just extra characters in the scene, because Grant Gustin and Candice Patton have done such a good job at making their body language and, like, how they look at each other, even, like, on a non-sexual way. It's just so powerful, and you're like, they belong together. It's like, I don't know. I mean, Grace and Anissa are cute or whatever, but I think Barry and Iris have this, it's almost like you feel like it's almost destiny that they're together, and that, like, the fate of Century City depends on them being together, because, like, their auras are so strong, but, like, you constantly feel like you almost feel anxious when they're not together, because, like, that gravitational pull that they have is so strong for one another.
Chae, I think it's your time to take it away.
I know. I was like, okay, so for me, I'm gonna have a video that this Anissa and Grace's first meeting.
I'm excited.
When it comes up, but for me, being passionate is also about your chemistry you have with someone, and when you just have an amazing chemistry, like, it's instant. Even if you are dating somebody, like, you're dating somebody, but you can't, like, there's just something about this other person that you, like, until, like, maybe you've known them in another life, but there's just something about that person that, like, that's special. For me, that's what makes them so passionate, because if you don't know the comics, so originally they hated each other in the comics before they got together. They would always bust heads with each other, just arguing, and it was awesome. But here's the clip when they first meet.
I'm pretty sure I used this one.
You did, and I had to.
You did.
But it is very powerful for me, like, when you see this first meeting for them.
I'm sorry. Do you need me to get out of your way? It's kind of like I moved in. Not at all. Can I help you find anything?
We do love Chantel, though.
No,
We do love
She plays
Chantel.
Grace.
I'm just doing some
I know.
research.
Well, I don't.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Chantel,
You're the
but
one
she-
who hooked it up.
For school? No. Somebody sick? I hope not. I hope not, too.
It's just instant chemistry.
Grace.
That eye contact.
Right?
And I think they definitely have eye contact, but I think we
And,
have
like, there's
to.
a, homage to the Outsiders.
Yeah.
But it was like that,
She was,
that
like,
eye
shaking
contact
her
with, like, the
ass.
pause of a shake hand.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to shake your hand while pausing and staring at you in the eyes, and then release.
Yeah, they have very strong chemistry.
And for me, chemistry does make for passionate. Also,
I
a couple people in the chat from Twitter actually commented were I'm gonna butcher this. I'm so sorry, person. At Spastis, she said only 3 scenes with Grace and Anissa and already own me. And at Sophia, look like the girl from Fifth Harmony. I can't say her last name. Jero. Cool. Get your girl like Anissa. She fights off the bad guys and then looks after Grace. If that ain't love, I don't know what is.
Okay.
And this is a picture from the comic that I love. So if you guys are listening, you can't really see it. So it says, so Thunder says in the comic, not if we go to prison. Grace replies, and your little secret about what you really are won't get you out of it. She replies, it might, but if it doesn't, we'll cop a plea in exchange for sharing the same cell. And then she said, very romantic. And the last of it is, I like to take care of my girl.
Ooh.
So, like, they've always, even in the comic, they always take care of each other. They're always there. Like, no matter, even when Batman didn't want Thunder to be a part of Outsiders, like, she was ready to just give it all up for her girl. That's for me, that's passion, that's love, that's what it's all about.
I love it. I love love.
Love.
And passion. You guys do great. Do you have any last thoughts for this last category?
I will say that I said it before, but Iris is literally Barry's lightning bolt, which means she is the source of. She's the source of why he's great. Like, it's not just a romantic thing. Like, it's a literal power thing. Like, because of how connected she is to him as a person, because of how strong their chemistry is, she really is like the power source of how he's been able to take his powers to the next level in this past season. And I feel like if that's not saying something, then
what is?
Y'all crazy.
Well, also, even though they haven't developed their relationship as much in the first season, the second season, if they go along with the comics, that chemistry is going to be up there with Barry and Iris of, if Grace doesn't get her powers like they say she might, because they both have Grace and Nasta almost have the same type of power of durability and strength, and they're also going to be like the type of people to just build each other up.
But the writers haven't confirmed that they're going to stick completely to the comics, so
they're going to stay as true to that relationship as possible, which is what I love.
We'll see.
Alrighty.
We'll find out.
Well, ladies, it is time for your closing statements, and if you have any last fights you would like to put in there.
Okay. Do you want to go?
I'll let you go.
Okay, cool. Tomorrow is not promised always for Century City. But one thing that is always promised is the love that is West Allen. You literally can't beat it. The end of season 4, their daughter comes back from the future to fix things because, I mean, you know, she's a little clumsy like her mom and dad, and she kind of messes up the timeline, but we'll go down to that next season on The Flash. But the point of it is, like, no matter what is going on in the world, the constant is always Barry and Iris, and as long as they're a constant, there's always hope for Century City. And I think you can't get a stronger couple than that, so...
Freeland might be in disarray, but the Pierces are here to stay, and Anissa, even though she realized she has these powers, she also realizes that your powers aren't going to keep you warm at night. You also need somebody there to help you and build you up when things are getting tough. And that's what Grace does to her, even when she left a voicemail saying how much she missed her after not seeing her for a couple of days, especially dealing with what they're dealing with on the show. That's for season 2. Cannot wait.
Grace doesn't know about Anissa's powers. Okay.
Well, we don't know. Grace might have her own secret, and that's going to be a fun little meet for me. And I just think they're very powerful. Chemistry's powerful. How they interact with each other is powerful. And even though they come from different experience and backgrounds and how their families deal with who they are, their sexual orientation, they're great for each other, especially during this time and what the show is. So that's what I love about the relationship. That's what I think they're an amazing couple, and I cannot wait to see what else happens. And in the comics, they are in game always.
I love it. Well, thank you, ladies. You gave us a lot of fighting words and fighting arguments. We appreciate the hard work that you put into this. But it comes down to the deliberations and the information that you provided us. So that comes down to the points. I will say, this Twitter poll helps everyone out. And with that being said, Barry and Iris are tonight's winner. Congratulations, Drew. You have successfully won.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
That's very great. Congratulations. You both did amazing. Obviously, we love
Thank
both
you.
couples.
Yay.
And we appreciate you guys for watching. Also, we want to let you guys in on a little bit. We will be having one last show of Do You Ship, which means next week we will not be here, but the week after, we will be bringing you the couple of the year for Do You Ship. It's going to be really exciting, so you definitely want to check that out in 2 weeks.
Definitely.
Yeah, we need your help getting the semifinals done. So make sure to head over to Twitter at ABTV Do You Ship. We're going to have all the polls of the final round of couples. We need you to vote because whoever wins those is going to make it into the final, and that is who we're going to box it out for. So it's really up to you guys. We are putting the ball in your court.
Putting it in your hands.
Yes. If you're listening to us via iTunes, make sure to like or comment,
right.
Give us 5 stars. When you give us 5 stars, it makes it easier for, lost people to come find our podcast, and then we can have a bigger Do You Ship family. And what's better than family
Talking about love.
Talking about love.
Love.
Yeah. If you're
And
on
peace.
If you're on iTunes, or not iTunes, if you're on YouTube and you're watching the show live, we thank you for watching it live. We love seeing your all's comments and you all debating with us. It's super fun. Make sure to like this video right now. I'll give you 2 seconds. It should be liked by now. You should like the video by now. If you didn't, I'll give it to you again. Okay. Now it should definitely be liked by now. Leave us a comment. Let us know who your favorite couple is. Let us know who you want to see in the finals. And yeah, we'll see you guys
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Where can they find you, ladies? Chae?
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. It was great to fight for Nasta and Grace on this happy Pride
Great,
Month.
Chae.
I did my best. And you guys can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram.
Hey guys, Allie Nasta here. Find me on Instagram at Allie Nasta. Or sorry, Allie Girl. My bad.
And hey guys, you can follow me on Instagram at I am Karla Beltran or on Twitter at Karla Beltran with an R at the end.
And I'm Drew Jones. You can find me on all the things at OKDrewJ. And if you're a CW fan or a Marvel fan, I will be on the Cloak and Dagger panel this Thursday with Karla. It's going to be so fun. So tune in. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.